Hello, I'm Captain Vile. Welcome to How Riddler is Riddler. Since comic book characters can be written by many different people and appear in many different pieces of media, there isn't a definitive version of a character. Just an unwritten list of rules for how they should look, act, and be written. Except, I wrote that unwritten list, and I'm now reviewing different Riddlers to see how Riddler they are. Here's a list of rules. I don't have time to go through all of them with you individually, so you're going to have to pause to read them. Today, we're looking at the most disappointing depiction in the Arkham series, because we're looking at the Arkham Origins depiction of him. A version who doesn't even go by the Riddler, he goes by Enigma. But he's still played by Wally Wingert.
The city's going to collapse. Resignations, arrests, deaths. It'll be chaos in the streets, Batman, and there's not a thing you can do to stop me.
John, where are we going?
Where else? To the sewer!
He's also played by Wally Wingert, and I really can't not mention this.
I know exactly who you are. You didn't do it for money. You didn't even do it for love.
You're choking me. I can't breathe.
Not out of jealousy, not out of anger. You did it because you're a small, selfish, malicious...
I don't know, a hippopotamus riding on a skateboard?
They also share a voice actor. Anyway, back to Riddler. Let's see how many rules his canonical debut follows. Same weight as he'll be in 10 years, which is more than most can say. Interestingly styled. Clean shaven for now. He's got glasses. They aren't tinted, though. It would have looked strange without his suit, so maybe they should have given him a suit. He's in a more business casual look. The closest thing is this large key on his belt. No cane yet. I'm not sure why they put question marks on his lair, but nothing else. His sweater vest. No cane to control yet. He's not in costume. Why would his henchmen be any different?
You know, if you'd asked nicely, I'd have opened it for you.
He's pretty smug. It's just a shame a third of his lines are about doors.
This isn't a game, Enigma.
Oh, but it is. And one you're more than welcome to stop playing.
He does see it as a game, just not one he wants to play with Batman. He's not insane, just smug.
I bet steering that thing requires a whole lot of concentration. Oops! Sorry about that!
He does this several times. How many dishes are in his room?
I'm impressed. Annoyed, too. But your achievement signals a level of intellect rarely seen in Gotham. It seems you're quite the riddle.
This is the only time he mentions riddles throughout the entire game.
You're cheating, aren't you? You're getting help from someone.
He's a sore loser from the start. We don't find this out until the end, but this definitely looks unhealthy.
I figured you'd try and get all caveman on my equipment. It's password protected, I'm afraid, with 10,000 volts of electricity. You lost, Batman.
He's just as condescending as the other games, but it feels more insulting this time. Maybe it's the lack of showmanship or insanity. It's how you meet him. His goal is to expose corruption within Gotham, and from what he says, revel in the chaos, but he's working for Black Mask, so maybe he's just doing it for cash. He calls you. A lot. His main plan is to just release data the next day, but a way he tries to stop Batman is by taking over several radio towers and booby-trapping them with various puzzles and henchmen.
Think of me as an information broker. I've got data handlers everywhere, feeding me all kinds of interesting stuff.
He literally tells you how to defeat him. Don't hear about his parents. Maybe he isn't even the Riddler yet. He seems to have a fondness of them, but there's no proof. He works in the cybercrime division of the GCPD and isn't Riddler yet. When he meets Batman, he's Enigma, not the Riddler. You could say I'm being pedantic, but was it that hard for him to just be the Riddler? Now that we're done with the evaluation, let's see his final score.
Those are the rules, and I have to follow the rules, don't I? I set them after all.
Why does he go by Enigma? Why does he want to expose corruption in Gotham? Why, Canada? This is the second worst thing you've brought onto the world, the first being yourself.
Why? Why do we let you be a country?
Maybe they didn't want to have Riddler in the game since he's been in the other two, but did they have to remove his showmanship? This isn't the Riddler, it's the Redditor. There's no spectacle in his quests, and there's certainly no payoff. So how do we fix it? I would have done it so that when you find all the data and relays, you actually go after that last secret that he hinted at, with Batman thinking that he knows who he is. Then you set up a crime scene in his secret room to find where he's remotely controlling things from, finding some signal blocks or something and tracking him to his real lair, where you go through a small stealth maze, dodging cameras or mines to get to the computers that are keeping his main room locked, like a deadlier version of his lair in Arkham City. Throughout this, we can hear Edward muttering to himself, and even see him through vents, holes in the wall, and with detective vision. He's surrounded by crumpled paper, and he's scribbling various names and costume designs on a notepad, trying to invent a persona, determined not to work in the shadows any longer, or under some crime boss. Just as we unlock his door, he exclaims, "The Riddler! It's perfect!" Batman bursts through the door and interrogates him for the secret, but he keeps saying a riddle, even when threatened for a direct answer. The answer to the riddle is something to do with the mayor, since it's implied through the DLC that he resigned due to a newfound scandal the Riddler revealed. Seeing that his identity isn't in immediate danger, Batman breaks Riddler's computer and drags him out of his lair as he screams about revenge and Batman cheating. If you feel I've made a mistake in my evaluation, or you have a Riddler you'd like to see reviewed, tell me. I might not get to him soon, but I plan on doing as many Riddlers as possible, so I will get to him eventually. Thank you for watching. Good while.